I want you to know that I asked Kenny for his permission to do this.
I was there, I witnessed it.
Tim and Kenny and I were together, and I wanted to make sure that this would be in no way, given that this may turn into more of a thank you and maybe a roast.
But I thought you said toast.
Let's get that over with quickly. Here's a toast to Kenny. So I would invite you, as Joe and I are kind of throwing this stuff out, I would invite you all to throw your own observations into the mix.
Okay, any questions?
Okay. So are you guys doing this?
We're doing it right now.
There's been a schedule change. Okay?
Schedule.
So team, we have a surprise for you tomorrow morning. Okay?
Speak up.
On our way to the airport, we've arranged a very special opportunity for you to repeat the Palm Sunday walk. Now you remember, we made this pilgrimage a couple of days ago. And we started up the Mount of Olives and walked straight down the hill on a lovely stroll. Okay? Well, tomorrow your Uncle Kenny has made up a special reservation at sunrise to walk up the same hill at 6:15 in the morning. So team, let's get down to business. Here are the changes. I've arranged the group to wake up at 4:30 tonight. Come on, try to do this. So you'll be down at the lobby at 6 a.m., having brushed your teeth, gone to the bathroom, well, shower for some of you, packed your bags, brushed your teeth, brushed your hair, have your passports with you, along with anything you have purchased along the way. You'll have checked out, paid your bills, you'll have your water, your sunglasses, your suntan lotion, your whisper, your jackets. You'll have remembered to tie your shoes. Neeson will drive you to the bottom of Mount of Olives. Now pay attention, team, this is important. In order for us to get to the top of Mount Olives, you'll have to be the first in line for the camels at sunrise. I will be jumping off the bus as it starts to slow down. I need the A-team to come with me. You know who you are. I don't want to call you out, but Charlie, Michael, Jan, Karen, Joe, Rob, well again, you know who you are. I need you to join me in a full sprint up the Mount of Olives. Now for the B team and the C teams, you'll get there when you can. And your Uncle Kenny won't leave you. Now back to the A team. Once we sprint up to the top of the hill, I will have plenty of time to answer any questions for you might have. For the B and C teams, well, no. There'll be no question for you. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay, all right, let's get, that'll suffice. Got it? Get it? Get it? Get it?
All right, so I promise we're on the home stretch, 3 or 4 minutes. Karen, would you throw out a couple of observations you've had?
A couple observations I had. I love the ergo, therefore, and I just love the way he prefaced all that. I also love, as Tim and Diana are my witnesses, to kind of give emphasis to the situation.
We know nothing about it.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, the lead up, and you're like, where's he going with it? But what I do know, wheat, come on team, barley, pomegranate, and it's like 8 on the left, 8 on the left, 8 on the left. And it's like, I kind of admire also that he said to Tom Ryan, 12 years wasn't enough. I'm like,
That was a great one.
have one more announcement and one piece of unfinished business, and then we're going to eat. So we have a bag of lost, found items on the bus. And so you all would agree that Lisa was like the best bus driver ever, right? In addition to being unbelievably skilled at getting the buses in and out of tight corners, he also was so diligent at finding things. He found, so we have a lipstick, a down vest, some Ray-Ban sunglasses, and a missing whisper. So Patty, can you please come bring me? We didn't find some of the other stuff. All right, so team, we have one piece of unfinished business. Team. Remember, 18, for this purposes, it's 18. We're all together now as one team. You remember early on in our relationship, near the Sea of Galilee, we had a conversation about, I described for you, Kenny described for you in great detail the importance, the historical importance, the biblical importance of the eucalyptus tree in the region, the Sea of Galilee and Syria. Evidently, some of you were either sleeping or just not paying attention. Team, I cannot allow you to leave the land without a thorough understanding of the historical importance of the eucalyptus tree. Now, how many of you will remember our hero? Eli Cohen.
Yes.
Eli Cohen, who was an Israeli spy, right? Who talked the Syrian government into importing 1762 eucalyptus trees from Australia. Now, team, let's focus on that number 1762. Is that an IBC? And in the vicinity? Or is that an exact number? Well, we don't know. What do we know? Well, what do we know? Well, you know nothing. So the better question is, what do I know? Well, we know that the 1762 eucalyptus trees would represent a B+ grade on our scale of grades in terms of how strong our criteria is, how strong our evidence is. Well, okay, all right, okay, we can live with that. But you say, Uncle Kenny, isn't there some way that we could turn this very important historical biblical moment from a B+ to an A-? Well, as Lady Di is my witness, your Uncle Kenny does his homework. It turns out that the Greek goddess Athena, who was also a goddess of many things, including wisdom, courage, law, and justice, but for our purposes, team, you're with me now, team, all three teams, A, B, and C. Most importantly, for our purposes, Athena was the goddess of mathematics. And it turns out that Athena developed an exact mathematical formula that allows us to determine the exact amount of eucalyptus trees that were brought from Australia that existed in the region between the Sea of Galilee and Syria in the time frame that we're talking about. So, A-team, now I'm speaking just to the A-team, you know who you are. Being the analytical geniuses that you are, you want to know the math behind this formula. So here it goes. Pay attention, take notes. If you multiply the number of Jesus' disciples times the number of sheep in Tiberias around 21 BC, And then divide by the exact number by 613, which represents what, team?
The pomegranate.
The number of seeds in a pomegranate. Am I wrong so far?
A little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing.
You get the exact number of 1,762, which represents the exact number of eucalyptus trees that were in the region of the Sea of Galilee and Syria. But we can't finish there, can we, team? You say, Uncle Kenny, how could the goddess Athena have developed a formula to calculate the exact number of eucalyptus trees in the 20th century, thousands of years before trees ever appeared in Israel? Well, my answer to you is twofold. To whoever asked that question, my answer is, did you confuse this for a private tour? And for the rest of you, I say, remember what I taught you. Rule number one of a great tour guide's: never ever let the facts get in the way of a good story. And that's all I have to say about that.
That's right. I gotta tell you the background of this. We were on the bus with Nisa and Kenny to go over to an ATM machine at the bank. And so Brad is very kind. And he said to Kenny, he said, "You know what a roast is?" He says, "Well, is that when you lift your glass?" I said, "No, that's a toast." And so he said, "What it is, Kenny, is when you kind of make fun of somebody, and then he realized that's not going well. So he says, well, for instance, let's just say a few people want to just make fun of Kenny. What would Kenny think?" And Kenny said, "I would take it as an act of affection." So Brad said, that's exactly what I wanted to hear, and that's why we got here tonight. Is that cool?